been MIBR's day, and it could end here on Dust2. Just one more map needed of the next two to seal the deal here. Evil Geniuses came into this with the advantage, with the victory in the last matchup, and they find themselves on very shaky sands. Sands of Dust2. And John, we keep saying this, but this this will be our last Dust2 for a good long while.
Yes, it will.
Finds two. Trying to pay tribute to the map. Well, you can't get one more. It's not Dust3.
Stanislaw trying to take a fight here towards long, and he's given himself the advantage by creating a little more space between himself. I believe that was Turtle. Turtle's going to back off, trying to rejoin with Exit, who's in a world of hurt here towards mid, down to 17 HP, and he's going to be surrounded very shortly. Good shot from Turtle, making it viable, but Walco quickly closes the door, and he's got the 4K on the round. 1-0 for EG, Mike. And if you'll recall, back in Season 40 of Challenger League, the old EG Black roster, then known as Carpe Diem, with Walco, Wiz, Chop, Hext, and Classia, faced off against MIBR in the grand final. A little bit of a different circumstance because MIBR were coming from the upper bracket and Carpe Diem from the lower bracket, but with their lives on the line, EG's lives that was, or Carpe Diem's at the time, they were playing Dust2, and they weren't that strong on it back then either, but they won it, and they pushed to one more map. So maybe Walco and Wiz can channel some of that energy from the past and bring it forward here.
John, how'd that series end?
It was MIBR winning 3-1.
Yeah, that's right. Dust2 was the only map that EG took, though.
It was, yes.
But I have not been inspired by what we've seen from them so far. I have not been inspired by what we got on Nuke. I've not been inspired by what we got on Inferno. We started to see George come online late there. I think Walco was solid as a site partner for him, but it was just not really the sustained performance we were looking for. So, Dust2, they're going to have to prove to us a lot. Obviously, a nice way to start in this round. Not expecting much from MIBR. Indeed, with just blocks, some money's going to be made here, and it'll be comfortable.
Yeah, no fuss, no muss there for the EG side. And MIBR, well, now the buy-up will come through. Although, I mean, at least for EG, something, right? They have won the majority of the last few rounds going back to Inferno because they had that crazy run down to only, I think, a couple of rounds. If they were going to lose if a couple of rounds went MIBR's way, then they went from 5 to 13, 8 rounds in a row until, or I should say 8 of the 9 rounds because MIBR picked up 1, and then, well, it was over. So, let's see if EG can continue to win a good chunk of rounds here on their CT side and power forward. They need this map victory to push it to a tied series, Mike. EG, 3 players stacked up towards a heavy presence on the A site. They're leaning in this direction. Only 1 on B, that's Walco, and he's in the upper tunnels. Good forward positioning at the very least, and he will be in a 1v1 with Jota, so a good opportunity for him to get the opening frag. Assuming that's where the first duel happens, no guarantee, but it feels like it's going to be that way, and it is, and Walco loses. That means the B side is completely free and clear for the taking. Jota's wasting no time gaining that ground. He will quickly realize that's the case. A smoke will be thrown for the doors, and EG might just be on a save.
It might be. They might be, and even that's going to be a tough ask, right? Look at Henny out towards long. As I say, that he abandons the position, so could have been the wolf at their backs. Not to be. But they are looking like they want to posture for this retake. This is going to be a really tough challenge here on Dust2. And Henny top mid is actually checked for. Great awareness for Wiz to recognize that there was still alert to contend with. The second player goes down. Time's going to be short, but they can get a move on. They've got a lot of util actually for this retake and haven't taken out the boundary players. Now this gets real interesting. Big kill for Jota, giving them something to defend from. Can't take it further, but at least buy some time for his teammates. Time is going to be the biggest ally here. BRN taking the initiative. He's the last one surviving, and he's brought down to a clutch. He knows he just needs the clock. The nade can't finish him. The tap isn't there as well. BRN secures it.
Oh, Wiz just barely overthrows that nade. If it's just a little tighter on the angle, he gets the frag, but no. It goes past him, and
I
then
think-
MIBR get one.
I think he'd already lost it on the clock, John. I think he'd
Potentially.
lost it.
Potentially, but either way, it was a very close and interesting attempt by EG, right? Because it could have materialized into nothing, and instead, it does end up being a 1v1, so they do the damage to the economy of MIBR and force an investment this round.
Brilliant little bit of play from BRN. And Jota as well. The kill in towards the tunnel
yeah.
was critical.
2.
Had to get it. Pause taken. How do they want to manage the finances? George has a scout. That's interesting. Don't see a lot of scouts for George. He has secondaried for them before. And one of the things I find interesting about George, I think partially because of some of the teams that he's come up through, where they played a very loose style, he is kind of a jack of all trades in terms of the guns. There's a lot of flexibility there in terms of where he's going to have impact. WIz? Gonna have impact with this one. The big green. He splits 3. A no-scope to finish. BRN. And another hit. Quick on this one. He's going in for more. WIz doesn't want to slow down. He wants full control here, and he's asserting his dominance on these tunnels. Bomb will be lost. They'll be able to back that away, perhaps, but this is devastation. And look at the positioning here for Rush. Good luck on the long rotate. Rush is ready for you. This is just going to be a T-side save, but they've got a minute 15 to try and keep the guns alive through.
That's a tall order here. A tough ask from MIBR to try and keep these guns alive. And
to be
even
fair,
yeah,
EG don't really want to hunt. Their money is so precarious.
True. Even if Rush goes down here, Stan's going to be right around the corner, and he can support, so this setup is actually really good for EG. But MIBR just on the save. That's Jota's looking around. Not going to go any further. What a hold by WIz, though. I mean, just shutting them down one after the other. The no-scope in the mix there, up close and personal in those B tunnels. And MIBR just had no answer at all. And because of how much damage was done to their economy in that previous round, they will almost certainly be on an eco here, especially without the bomb plant coming through. Maybe a little bit of a chase here by EG, you think, after time?
Not really sure. I think they're going to. I don't know if they should. Yeah, no, they're not even going to.
Okay.
It's just so tough to maintain a CT side, right? Your money's so precarious. Every one of those guns is massively valuable. So they'll keep what they got. They'll recognize that there's not going to be a lot to put around these guns, that MIBR is going to be on really weird economic footing, so force buy is going to come through. That's going to be a tough ask for them here. And meanwhile, you start to bank up a little bit of cash. That round was just WIz asserting himself, and I love seeing it because we just haven't really gotten that so much from WIz. We haven't necessarily had it. Fits and starts, perhaps, but that is WIz going forth and frag.
Without a doubt. And now EG. 4 players on the A site or towards long. Now they're going to reinforce mid, but no one has been watching for quite some time, so information is lacking. Smoke going to get tossed here by Stan for close doors. But MIBR can get up to Cat for pretty much free unless Stan peeks around this corner right now. And looks like he's going to set himself up to have some visibility there. And MIBR miss a window potentially? I don't know. Stan, they just want to give up mid, Mike.
MIBR very slow about this, very methodical. Yeah, with the utility backed off, they'll give the ground. WIz posted here in the corner. This is going to be a tough test for them to get past. They've got 2 smokes, 2 flashes. They get 1 crack at this. Carpet of smokes will go out, the flashbangs will go over, and they're in. So does WIz dodge the flashes? Molotov wastes one of those smokes. Actually, I think the other one's down as well, in towards mid. They're going to try and jump. They've got the CT space, but, well, it's cleaned up quickly. Well done from WIz. Looking for more. Scout coming around, but the boost up from exit, that's good. Now the gate's open. The gate's open, and they're trying to run on through George. That was disgusting. The Molotov will burn Henny alive as well. He'll survive, but exit just positioning in towards CT. This is huge! And George has been lost in the meantime. It's rush out towards long. It's 3 to find. Disaster strikes. And the tag already in. Rush. They just need to finish him off. They just need to finish him off. Cat. They see him go for the jump. They can't quite connect. Nifty bit of movement. Rush. Is he just going to back away? He's trying to stick around, and he just didn't have the health for that fight. He just didn't have the ability to contest MIBR with a critical round early in this game.
Yeah, Exit in particular, right? Waiting in CT, gets his second and third frag, and even finds himself a fourth after that, of course, on the last remaining player. And MIBR do manage to make it happen. But man, that shot from George, it is extremely difficult to hit from that position. Unfortunately for him, it's all he could do, because afterwards he falls by the wayside. And MIBR do indeed find their second. In these back and forth rounds, it's hard to sustain your CT economy when that type of stuff is happening, especially when no one is saving out of the rounds you're losing. 2 pistols bought up here, Mike, by EG. 1 P250, 157, nothing else.
I've just noticed for the first time ever that on the back of that scout, on Henny's scout right now, the race car scout, right? There's a gear shift below the scope. I love that. I want that scout now. Henny on scope. Show us the gear shift. Show it to us, Henny. Not gonna do it.
I actually didn't see what skin he had. Anyway, JOTA's going to get the opener here on the Stanislaw. It's just pistols again. So 2K for JOTA, and now it's going to be a free and clear path to the A site. Maybe a little bit of presence shown by George here in the upper tunnels, but it's being waited for. And easy frag.
There's the spot. There's the challenge. Well, just a matter of time. God, no. All good. All right, Henny. Spectate Henny. Spectate Henny. I need to see it. I need to see it. No. Still got the scout, though. I might be able to see it in this round. Don't know what this is. But it's a little detail, John, that really completes. One little detail here. Money's in your favor. Score's knotted up. Pressure's on for EG. You've already run 2 maps against them. You know that those nerves have to be fraying. For MIBR, here's a chance to apply some more of that early psychological warfare. And that smoke is actually designed to set up Turtle's Peak. Re-smoke in from the CT side. And, flashed out. That's ambitious. That was bold.
Oh, the bomb here in the hands of JOTA. He has to be careful. Doesn't want to stick around for too long. You lose that bomb in long doors, and you're in a heap of trouble. Molotov gets thrown in. Still waiting for a peek to come through, and okay, credit to JOTA, wins the duel, but on the other side of the map, BRN is going to go down, looking to gain some space into the B site, so it's still a man advantage for EG, but long control given up by EG. They had 2 players still around this vicinity after that frag came through, but they decided to fall off of it, and JOTA's going to realize, okay, no one's home, maybe we can do something here.
Stand on the contact. WIZ to play off of him. They peek it off the flash, and Exit is so good on the entries. That is just rude. Exit kicks down the door unannounced. Bomb gonna go down. Do they really want to attempt this now for the Evil Geniuses? They're in a tough position. They've got no control towards Catwalk. Yeah, they're gonna back away. You just can't risk this retake here, John. That is a huge win for MIBR.
It looked so good for EG too, right? They had 2 players towards Cat, and then Exit's like, okay, I'm just going to throw a perfect flashbang, pop up, and hit 2 headshots. Like, unbelievable. He has had a lot of impact throughout these playoffs. One thing that surprised me is that if you look at the stats for MIBR coming into this match, Exit was actually at the bottom in terms of the amount of frags he had. Although, you know, everyone's really good in this squad. Only 20 frags separate top from bottom. But it just feels like he's always the one coming out with these incredible plays, right? And giving them this boost of energy when it's needed. And there it is again.
The second kill is filthy. The
Oh,
first
yeah.
kill, whatever. Player turns away from the anti-flash. You got him. The flashbang's behind you. It's a well set up thing. Second kill is nice. So now those 2 saved guns. Not much to show for it. A couple HEs to pair with them. There's the HE. Effective onto Jota, but control out towards long lost. And MIBR, with this early on, they might just continue their path towards A. It's a soft site for sure.
Why not?
You do know that these rifles were on the speed, right? Look.
I feel like MIBR plays Dust2 differently than every other map, right?
Well, you know, they've been adopting this new style. It's been a philosophical shift. They haven't been server timing Dust2 maybe since the introduction of Anubis. You know, you haven't had a chance to install the new system. You're still running your old strats.
Definitely. It doesn't look much different than what we've seen in the past year, I would say, early on this year, right? Four players stacked up for EG here, though, and are both rifles here? They are.
Yeah,
So
this could
pretty
get
good chance of
interesting.
success.
This could get interesting. Walker wants to come through. That nade is disgusting. By Walker, one rifle out of play. Wiz eliminated. Rush on the edge of this smoke. BRN doesn't pull the trigger, though. Makes it well.
I think they saw him on the radar.
Oh, poor Rush. I don't even know. I honestly think they're just clearing the angles, and
Maybe.
either way, it's all good. Not a body dropped here. Flawless for MIBR. And look at the cash, John. Look at the cash. Exit sitting near 10K. Everybody with a buy in the tank, if not more. Evil geniuses find themselves in a familiar circumstance in this series, which is having to dig themselves out of a hole.
Yeah, I mean, once upon a time, here at Dust2, EG looked strong in the beginning, 3-0, and then MIBR was like, oh yeah, right, we're really good on this map. Here's 5 in a row for you to deal with. And Evil Geniuses, now at the full loss bonus, at least able to buy up here with 2 A4s, 2 A1Ss, and the AWP. But look where BRN is. He's already up through the tunnels. George could punish here, and he gets one, but only one. That's not enough. A smoke will likely come through the doors. Walker's going to aggressively try to take the window. But, I mean, there's only so much he can do, and eventually he's going to have to back off here. The site has been taken. Bomb isn't there yet. EG doesn't know that, but...
It will be soon.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, it's still a really tough path back in the site. They might even call for a save right now.
They're doing it. They're doing it. That kill from Turtle in towards mid was the dagger. That was the decider. That killed the round for the Evil Geniuses. And Jota, having a suspicion of this, is going to see if he can't get more. Just one more frag. As a treat.
He can hunt.
Jota. As a treat! He gets one. It's well worth it. Worthy exchange. Yeah, he gives an AK over. But who cares?
I think they're going to keep pushing, Mike. I think they want to take all these guns out of EG's hands and really put a stranglehold on their economy.
Rush hears those footy tips. Pushed into a good angle. There's no way Turtle suspects this.
No.
Turtle clears this. He's a genius. He kind of cleared it. He is a genius. Confirmed.
An evil genius?
Well, let's see if they start Evil Genius VR. The 5th roster to join the Evil Geniuses organization.
From MIBR to EG.
You know, he could join EG White. Monster can just rapid translate Portuguese. Would be the 2nd time they've had a Brazilian player with that core. Shoutouts RCF.
Yeah, every time I think about RCF, I'm like, where did he go? And
Ready to go.
again, on Dust2 against Wiz, that was one of the best open duels I think we've seen in a very long time at the challenger level.
Walko gets one, immediately loses Stanislaw. So the op's out towards long. That position is lost in this duel in mid. Uh-oh, Walko down for the count. Now the middle of the map soft. Rush wants to bring this back. But Jota's looking, and he's just so very deadly on this aim. Huge kill for Jota to find. There is no presence actually watching the A site. Wiz is under so much pressure, and he knows as soon as he looks towards the site, they're going to be pushing his flank. So maybe right now he's wishing he was over with George and could safely save this gun, but that's not the case. No way in hell. They're going to try and work together to clear out mid, but Jota repositioning, catches Wiz unawares. And this is just MIBR start to finish, full control, right? There is no moment where EG made us doubt.
And is Jota going to win this duel as well? No way.
Why not?
Look, I think as George is going to try and slip away here, asleep at the wheel, an apt analogy for how Evil Genius is playing right now. It just doesn't inspire any confidence at all. George gets one. That's it. Trade it out. And Evil Geniuses, they could force up here, but it's probably just going to be a half buy.
Yeah, it's too precarious. It's too precarious. You're in too deep of a pit at this point. 7 rounds in a row for MIBR. Yeah, EG are looking stunned. It's kind of the way they've looked for much of this series. Just a little shell-shocked, kind of waking up late in towards maps, trying to get the recoveries. Never commanding. Not even close. George has a scout. They can put some stuff around this. Discussing that right now, figuring out what they want to do, trying to shock themselves out of the stupor, because you let MIBR run at these rounds, there's just not too many more opportunities, and this could be the series closing.
Yeah, I think the last time they looked convincing was that first half of Nuke, right? But even then, we were seeing the cracks. You know, a couple of mistakes leading to round victories for MIBR, and then things really started to unravel as it got into the second half. It came back, pushed to OT, but it never feels like they recovered after Nuke. Even on Inferno, with that comeback, it wasn't the EG we're used to seeing throughout this entire season.
Still a lot of Counter-Strike to play, though. But they do need to get going. George? Peering here in towards mid. Smoked off. Scout a little bit neutered in what it can do.
George and the Scout is interesting.
He's been buying it. It's a good map for it, of course.
Yeah.
Stan takes one in the shoulder. 69. Nice. And here comes the take. Cheeky peek. Couple cheeky kills here for the Turtle Man himself. And now, provided they can kill Stanislav, should be some comfort. Stan isolated once again. He's got a bit of an odd spot here. Once he's smoked made, maybe there's a chance, but no, they're well ready for him. So it's a nice 3K in the anti-eco for Turtle, and otherwise 0 of interest in this round. Bog standard.
Very, very standard. MIBR's long take hasn't really been rebuffed at all. And once more against just pistols, of course. EG to do, and exit makes it clean. 3 for Turtle, 2 for exit. All 5 survive again for MIBR, and the economy is just flourishing. I mean, you got Jota at 11K, Henny's at 15K, I think BRN's at 13 perhaps. I didn't get a chance to catch that before he jumped to replays, but still, it's really good, suffice to say, here for MIBR. Half belongs to them. Let's see if they can add a few more rounds to this lead, or if EG can finally get something going. Double op setup. George rocking the secondary op. EG.Wiz, I mean, he looked so good at the beginning of this half, but now only 1 frag since being 5-1. That means a 1-7 record since the early hot start. George trying to replicate the success that EG.Wiz found earlier on in this half from that position towards the B site next to Tons.
EG.Wiz was even a little more aggro on this.
He was, yeah.
George is totally alone here.
Oh, the timing.
Poured in towards mid, perhaps. He eats those flashes. They know he's here. Utility's great. Walco catches his teammate a little bit of a break, and actually, they're making something of this. The dynamic duo give their teammates a chance now in the retake, an advantage. At that, the bomb will need to be planted. And he will post up. And how do EG want to approach this retake? Eventually, the bomb will be planted. Jota, come on, man.
Stop with the fakes, Jota. Let's go. Plant the bomb. Pros don't fake.
he never wants to actually plant the dang thing. All right. Surely this time.
Jota!
What?
You're killing me.
Hey, you thought he would. You thought he would do it. All right, but surely this time, though. All right, this time he actually plans. Just had to do 2 or 3 or 6 fakes real quick. He still finds the first kill. Why not? But the response is a cacophony of frags. 2 coming in to complete another round for EG. Finally, after 8 in a row, they find a little bit of energy, a little bit of something. It comes off of George and Walco out of position in tough spots, blinded up by flashes, making something out of what looked like nothing.
Yeah, George was actually really isolated, and if Walco doesn't come through right at that moment to save the day, it probably would have just been a B take and Walco isolate after George goes down, but Well played. At least coming to the rescue of his teammate and the round, effectively. Still a bomb plan for MIBR, even though they didn't really need the money. They had plenty before that. But they will now bring the double up on T side. That is something you don't see invested into very often here at this level. But Henny wants to go for the peek, and George blinded and all the timing in his favor. Henny has dropped quick 5v4 for EG, and here's Walco peering around the tons, a chance to punish more, and he does! He finds 2 more! Exit can't zero in the shot with the op, and now it's a 4v2 in favor of EG.
Look, EG need a hero. If it comes in the form of Walco, all the better. Rush. About to run this one down. Bomb found as well. Chances at this round gone. For Exit now, this could be about damage, right? Maybe the round win is a far-flung possibility. But the economy's not there for EG just yet. Any kills you can find are a bounty. A boon on your squad. Ooh, no boons.
None. Great job by EG. A little bit of timely peeking, a little touch of aggression, and it works out well for them. 5th round found, 2 in a row. That makes things a lot better for the EG side. They, of course, want to at least ensure that MIBR can hit double digits, and they could do that here with another round victory. Now MIBR will be right back to their usual ways with 4 AKs in the op, thanks to a very healthy economy. BRN gonna flash himself out, charging out towards long. Here's a quick play from MIBR. They immediately take that long control. Wiz is smoked off, so he's just gonna camp out around car. He'll be molly off eventually, you have to imagine. Molly goes for deep car. Close car still open. MIBR very much aware of this, and they still got 4 Molotovs to work with. You have to imagine they're gonna throw another one soon. But Wiz repositions and no Molotov. He's expecting it. Gets a free shot, Mike. Turtle down.
Smoke's now down. Get out of it. That molly actually just does go straight into the smoke. Second should apply a bit more pressure. Wiz, he's burning. He's burning. And he is going to give himself up to the flames. Call of the fire proves too strong. So now with Henny in control of long, undisputed king here of the scope. George still in towards mid. This A-site take is about to get going. Stanislaw has his work cut out for it. It's been a quiet Dust2. Now they need him to make some noise. Jota already in towards mid. I don't know that that's going to be expected. MIBR have had some good control here, but Jota gets that kill in the follow-up as well. The flashbang were merciless. Rush and Stan had no chance. The bomb is down. The save is called. MIBR have found their answer.
Feels like all the problems are when MIBR tries to go to the B site. The A site is near flawless.
These 2 guys on B, they're all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Walco and George, they're the ones making noise right now. Everyone else, not as much.
It's been punishing. I mean, losing that long fight, it makes it tough to defend, right? And the flashbangs, the utility usage there was just great. MIBR didn't give them a chance to respond. Jota with the push through smoke. And then the flashes just punishing. Punishing. So, one last round in this half. A wounded, limping EG side needs to somehow try and get one more over the line. Double digits again? Could that be the case here, John?
Oh, man. I mean, I hope not for EG's sake, I'll tell you that. Wow, MIBR is going back to the double op again, even though it didn't work last time. Oof. All right, I mean, it is Dust2. It's a map you can pull off double op on T side. It's still not recommended.
Their mistake, John, is they haven't added a 3rd op.
Yeah, that's it. That's the secret, right?
That's the secret sauce. When in doubt, add more ops. Fast control here. Pit lost. A player's going to slide towards car. This time it's Stan. He's got Wiz to play around. What do they have in terms of smokes? Well, they had 2. Now they've got 1. Because Wiz, he's a goner. Pressure elsewhere. He does find a kill, but they clear out Stan. They don't even have to devote the utility to it. Now it's a take in towards A, and knowing that there's presence on the other side of the map, well, they don't have to worry about this too much. Exit. A ripper of a shot. Now major pressure onto George. He's so isolated here. He's so alone.
Too many fights.
Down he goes. Never even got to see his opponents in that one. Rush. Coming into the flank. Coming in towards long. He'll find his contact. Now he's been spotted. The information gained. The bomb will go down swiftly. And he's got a lot of ground to cover and a whole lot of targets to find. This one's looking like an impossibility. They're just going to face, they're just going to fight, they're going to push him off the corner, and they're going to take full command here. He finds the first, but it costs us so much health. 3 points of it. The flank developing here. They're just trying to hold him in place, and there it is. 1 bullet, all that's needed. Double digits for MIBR as they look to complete the reverse sweep here, take 3 in a row, and secure this grand final.
Yeah, it's a really commanding lead heading into the second half. There were some inklings that EG would be able to come back here and make a half of it, but 5 rounds, I'm not sure that's enough on their CT side as we head to the break.
Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. We both the same without rock bottom. Let it go, but we come back to craving problems. Am I your favorite kind of shame? Do I make you wanna? And ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for.
The night grows long, and the sun may be setting on Evil Genius's chance in this grand final. MIBR, flawless so far. 2 maps already to their name, and 10 rounds at the halftime break. This is a prime scenario for the Brazilian squad. They want to finish it here. They want to defend their honor. They want to take another Challenger League title to pair with Season 40.
Yep. Season 40, a lot more dominant in the regular season, of course, going 7-0. This time it's 4-3 in regular season, but that doesn't matter. If you make it to the grand finals and take it all.
All that matters is the dub at the end.
Yeah.
2 kills in towards mid, but flipped one on the site. Gives them a chance here. Exit has to go for the reload, but he's got teammates close at hand. That's the bomb lost. They've got the players on A, but what are you going to do? Wiz needs to try some heroics here. 3 targets to find, and if this pistol round goes against them, ooh, the opportunities get that much more dire. Wiz just begging them to fight. Just begging them, give me a peek, give me a fight, overextend. But this is not the MIBR we've come to know over the course of these playoffs. They're not overextending. They're showing patience at every turn. Calm, cool, collected. They're defining traits. And Wiz, he's going to find himself peeking in to a nice little double array of USPs.
Needs to be perfect. Not impossible on the pistol round. Wiz chooses to go into window. They're not looking here. They're expecting a double doors peek.
Seen him.
And nice shot. There we go. 18
Certainly
seconds.
have now. Snappy with the USPs, Wiz. He's got time. He's going to commit to the plant. That's money at the very least secured. He's going to reload off, but no. The flashbang doesn't bloom. He was trying to find some info, trying to find some space, and Turtle just runs him down. But
he made the right call. Sorry, Mike.
Oh, go ahead, John. I was just going to say a bomb plant at least.
Yeah, exactly. He made the right call, went to Window Room, gets the 2K, and finds himself a bomb plant. That's $800 additional. It salvages the pistol round. Instead of being 11-5 with no bomb planting, very little hope heading into the next round at finding something, they can force up now. So not too shabby for the EG side. However, I have to say, Mike, in terms of stats, not looking good for the EG side, because typically MIBR struggle more on their T side, only winning 41.5% of their rounds there. They went 10-5 in the first half, and they win 55.4% of their CT rounds. So it's not good. Not good statistically for EG right now.
Not ideal.
No.
BRN? Gotta make it worse. Gotta make it worse. He only gets the one. Damage onto the next. Nade chases. Not quite enough. Nade's legs felt tired. Shots ringing down. It seems like we need to get the group up in towards the B site. Exit as an HE. Kind of curious about the timing on this one. Henny's now with him. Posted up. Scout's going to go looking. Scout's going to find contact. Where's that HE? There it is. They were already soft, and now they are softer. Calm, cool, collected. Walko, maybe not so much. He's all alone. Bombs down. Round is effectively over.
Such a letdown, Mike. After getting the force buy, making this round viable with the bomb plant thanks to a great effort from EG.Wiz, and nada. Nothing to show for it.
AK, an upgrade here for Walko. But even saving this, I mean, he's not going to be able to put armor behind it. A teammate would have to buy and drop it over. It's going to offset all of their economies. 22 seconds. It's what he's going to try and do. Don't know that I love it in this circumstance. But he will be able to get the rifle presumably out of this round. MIBR up to 12. The opportunities to contest here are just slipping by for EG. With this saved gun, I'd imagine this means we're getting another force buy.
Yeah. I mean, the early economy, maybe? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Do you just play this without armor, or do you just drop it over and George buys up 650? I guess that works too.
Yeah. We'll see what they decide to do, but I'd be surprised if they try to force up here. Maybe a light investment at most.
That's exactly what happens. George actually gets the head armor as well, so he's presumably going to be the hero here. Has been pretty dang good this series. They need greatness. What's going to happen here?
Look at this aggression. Oh.
There's a little bit of greatness. Rush, ringing the bell. Walko taking back in turn, and well, MIBR wants a heavy face here. EG.Wiz has slipped up onto Catwalk. Was this hurt? I don't think so. He's even reloading and jumping. Now they definitely are going to know.
Yeah, the nade gave him away.
Certainly, if everything else didn't, the nade certainly does. Pressure on with the Molotov, going to force him forward, but EG.Wiz is up for it. Diamonds are made under pressure, and that's what EG.Wiz is trying to do. And in the meantime, George has just walked on towards the site.
Yeah.
So with the adjustment out towards long to try and deal with EG.Wiz, that's where they assume the bomb is going. They're incorrect. It's all about exit here.
Why is Stan hesitating?
He's wary of the player in towards tunnels.
Yeah, I actually get that, but at the same time, okay, now you have to go. I mean, Henny has been taken down by George. But look, Exit's closed the gap. Oh, no! No!
There's time, there's time, there's time.
Goes down.
There's time, John.
There's
40 seconds here, but 2 isolated fights. Jota, does he still know that EG.Wiz is sticking around here in towards CT? He may not have, but he's snappy on the response. Great kill coming through, and now everything onto George. He has to battle back in. He knows these players are isolated at the very least, but it's a very unfavorable fight. He's running out of time. He's running out of clock. He's got the one, but does he know a player's in towards the site? He has to go. He has to go, and it's all about Jota, who's just going to try and sell it like he's not even here. Kill comes through. The round denied. Opportunity was there, but they could not grab it.
Man, I get it. I understand. You know, you have to worry about the player perhaps that will sneak up and watch the upper tunnels, but George made it through without any fuss at all, so at least, you know, go a little closer, get to the tunnel, start clearing it up, because George has all that space. You need to get the bomb up sooner than that instead of just stalling out towards T-spawn. There's so much hesitancy on the EG side right now. The confidence is gone. And, I mean, MIBR just has full control right now. They're in the heads of EG, there's no question.
Dominating right now. They are absolutely dominating.
Even when they had the edge, like all the attention attracted towards EG.wiz, right? And I think he might have had some audio cues. They were encircling A. They were convinced that's where EG was, but the window of opportunity closed. They waited too long to go to B.
Henny slipping away towards long. JOTA still with a Molotov post to control that catwalk play. It's very early on the util for MIBR. I will say that. EG waiting out a lot of this does give them a pretty prime opportunity to come on in. The problem is you're still going to need to get past the guns, and the guns are doing all right, shall we say. 50 seconds on the clock. Here comes the carpet of smokes. Here comes the exec. You got Turtle's first contact. You got JOTA's insurance in towards Goose. And he's actually just going to flash for them to peek together. Sets up Turtle beautifully. 2 kills picked up. The bomb trying to make its way over. They have to cross the op. Yes, Turtle is lost, but Henny's just realized he's comfortable out towards long. The drop down player. It's all on to EG.wiz now. 25 seconds. Maybe a bomb plant available. Or anything beyond that is going to be a tough ask. And indeed, they're encircling. There's 3 ways coming in. This triangle is closing on in, and BRN will be the one to find his prey. 14 rounds on the board. John, this may be the second final of the day, but something tells me this isn't going to come down to penalty kicks.
No. No, definitely not. 14-5 in favor of MIBR, and EG just, there's nothing that's going right for them at this point. They try to go for the cat hit, but Turtle, set up by JOTA, gets the 2K, and then afterwards, I mean, even when EG.wiz gets the information that there's a player towards long, he tries to jump up. There's someone waiting for him. MIBR is everywhere, and EG just looking for an answer right now. They were down 14-5 on Inferno, and they came back to get 13 rounds before MIBR finally closed it out. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. It just feels like, I don't know, they're just stunned. Trying to go towards mid. Not a bad idea. Henny, despite the fact he was blinded, the timing was good. BRN comes around the corner to get one, but George is going to trade him out. 4v4, even numbers. EG have the presence towards mid. No one really there to defend, and only one player on the B site. Smoke from mid to B. It would be the correct call here. Exit. Peeking around. Oh, this play from CT. JOTA. Oh, and he can't capitalize. George takes him down. A lot of health loss. Now it's all to Exit, and he gets 1, 2, maybe the third. No. Shut down, but Exit almost the hero again. Still a 2v2 and viable for MIBR on the retake.
Absolutely is. Absolutely is. And this time they're going to commit. Conservative play, not to be seen.
Ooh.
Turtle does nade himself. That's a little awkward. And is that enough to actually chase them off, to back them out of here?
Maybe.
I think it is. Turtle's like, you know what? Bad omen. Bad omen. Feng Shui's off. We're out of here.
Or are they going to go tons, maybe?
It's a good call for MIBR, to be quite frank, right? You're playing the long game here. It's not about this round. It's about the whole thing. Throwing away these guns means it's going to be tougher. You're going to allow EG in. You're going to take some of that pressure off. So they'll go ahead and try and keep these players contained in towards site.
Yep.
And if Turtle can get it, there's the first one found. Good luck,
And
EG.Wiz.
this is done.
Good luck. Can he? I think he can save one. Yeah, he can indeed. So one gun makes it through.
Okay.
One gun lives. For half.
They actually would have been better off just going in that corner in the first place instead of going to tons. I mean, honestly.
I think George was low.
Perhaps that was the reason. Either way, though, good job by Exit to take one more player down. That means that it's really difficult for EG to stabilize here. Yes, they'll be able to get probably 3 AKs up and running. Could only be 2, and yeah, in fact, it will only be 2, unless there's one on the ground that I'm missing. No. 3 Galils, 2 AKs, lots of utility to work with. but it's still a tough ask for EG to come back from this deficit. That said, economy's fragile for MIBR as well. 2 FAMASs, an AK, an A1S, and the AWP, but should they lose this round, they will be the ones going on an eco.
Swing round, as we say, and it might just be the last swing round we get of this game. Do or die for the evil geniuses. Where do they go with it in a must-need round? Out towards long control early on. Utility going to sail over, and there's 3 players coming to contest here for MIBR. They got a lot of bodies on this. Sub on early. Pressure on, and Turtle finds the first. Walko. He's going to be able to trade it back. Well played from the blue dumpster, but now they know he's kind of stuck. Utility sailing over. Walko taking the brunt of that HE. And on the smoke fade in mid, BRN. That player's just on the other side. Wiz on the Xbox. Everything. Wiz has got it. Wiz has got it. JOTA coming back into the fight, overwhelmed here. An advantage massively in favor of the evil geniuses. Exit wants to make a hero play.
Through.
Oh my goodness. Walko hasn't seen him. That's 1. That's 2. Exit can't quite find the 3rd, but he sets up Henny with a possibility. Rush, though, finding the vacant site means... well, they can rotate, and Henny will likely just try and keep this op alive. Retaking with it, not an appetizing prospect.
Yeah. What an effort by Exit again.
Yeah,
man.
Dude.
Has he been good or what?
It's he can taste victory. He can take the championship, and Exit is having the game of his life right now. Monstrous showing.
I mean, 19 frags on Inferno, but let's not forget 33 and 15 on Nuke. And, I mean, he hasn't been silenced all night long, and nothing is changing here on Dust2, already 23 and 11.
This series rating is going to be insane. He's actually top of the board in terms of pure rating for both maps.
That's right.
Oh, monstrous performance. You need a hero sometimes, and he says, put it all on my shoulders. That's what he's delivered here for the team. I mean, he has been the difference maker, right? In the last matchup between these teams in the upper bracket final, it was George who took that hero mantle, who was the champion across the series. This time, it's Exit on the other side, who is outpacing him handily.
Right. Well, only going to have a P250 for Exit in this round. Henny is the heavy hitter with the op saved over, and he's going to be posted up towards long. Now, backs off, though. And this is a B lean.
How does Exit get the multi-kill in this round? All right, he's up on top. They come out tunnels. Quick tap.
I think he doesn't in this round.
Leave a little faith. Fair weather, man.
Henny.
Henny. Way to get the op going. Do they want to try and chase this op, take it out of his hands? They do, but they're convinced it's maybe a bad idea, and so he has time instead to reposition. Nice way to maximize the big green. Puts EG on notice. This is not going to be a cakewalk.
Not to mention, he's perfectly positioned for the cat hit if it comes this way.
They don't have a ton of util either. The mollies are going to have to force this op off. They're going to have to make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, you need to throw 1 for sight. You need to commit at least 2 mollies, 1 for goose, 1 for sight.
They're going this way. 2 smokes, 3 mollies, 1 flash. Now Molly better land the right spot because he's not likely to be blind. Smokes over. And the flank! The flank! That drops the bomb! It's just a USP, but now it's chaos. They drop the player down towards ramp, but JOTA comes through the smoke in just the right moment of time. Now they're distracted. They're focused in towards CT. The guns can be picked up. The peek back in, though, that's bad. That's faulty. It still comes down to a 1v2, and George knows they're forcing the issue. They're pulling him off the plant, and in the air, JOTA will lay him low. Series point found. 1 op and 4 unarmored pistols, and evil geniuses cannot get it over the line. MIBR might have just done it here, John.
Yeah, they waited too long. I mean, the Pistols got a chance to get on the flank not once, but twice. It was Turtle the first time, then Jota slips her CT and says, oh, hello, peekaboo. Gets himself another one. Henny doesn't even have to activate again. He shoots and misses, goes down, but the guns are available to be picked up. Exit gets it on the mix again. Only one this time, no multi-kill, but still, MIBR steal one away from EG at a critical juncture, and now they have 8 opportunities at map and series point to take these grand finals, Mike, and $20,000 to boot.
First place prize, all the pride, all the circuit points. We've just seen how impactful those can be with a qualification in towards Katowice, where you wound up with a situation where Complexity, EG, Pain all wind up with spots, and Stralis over in the EU side winds up out in the cold. Turtle looking to confirm this championship right here. Looking to confirm that Pro League spot right here and now. That first place prize, everything they've been competing for, and as Bit said last night, all of the honor.
$113 on the clock in what could be the final round of Season 43 of Challenger League. Evil Geniuses leaning heavily towards the B site, and it's vacated. No one's here.
Open. The push into tunnel is huge, though. And Walko's going to get caught. There's no way he would expect this Wiz potentially to follow. Have lost the site. The bomb is going down, and that's unexpected. MIBR did not realize they were already in. Now, Chaos. Rush is coming back in. They're trying to chase in towards Wiz. Wiz gets an upgrade. And this round's looking like a non-starter here. Turtle with that kill. That might propel them on forward. Bringing in a team to play with him as well. But Rush, no, cleaned up in the corner. He dodged the flash, but not the bullets. And this could be it. Turtle stepping forward in the big moment. He's been laid low. His teammates will need to do the work. Jota under pressure. Henny trying to get back through. The bullets are good. Henny even has a nade. The HE will finish this off, but you're right. Time is of the essence, and George somehow lives. 1 HP, dodging that last bullet. That last piece of shrapnel this round is going the way of EG. They're not laying down just yet.
That was a weird finish to that round, but George, whoo, man, those Deagle shots were crispy. One towards CT, another one to the tunnels. Only 2 rounds fired from that Deagle, but each one was precise, perfect. And EG hang on just barely. MIBR is going to force up again.
This is an interesting one, right? You've got the op to play around. You've got quite a bit to show here in terms of the 2 A1Ss. Your hero exits rocking the 5.7, so he's got the best gun in the round. And over on the EG side, there's quite a bit to show. But it's not built all the way up just yet. Scout on the side of Wiz. If he goes looking, fishing, thinking you might have the advantage in this round, he could be punished. Still, they'll know that op made it through. It's going to be the heavy presence out towards long, at least initially. MIBR devoting some utility to try and force them off the fast peak. It's Henny. He was still blind, but he got the timing shot. Bullets started coming his way, and he connects instead. George, down for the count. A heavy hitter so far for Evil Geniuses.
EG, Mike.
Doesn't get to play in the round, and now the flashbang's on. They're kissing. They're kissing, John. Bjarren's stuck. Bjarren's committed to this. Wiz has found damage on Jota. Now the swing. So much damage coming back every which way, but the Molotovs are good. Advantage, EG. Only 1 rifle remains. It's Jota. And smoke should be here for the cross. This should be a tough contest. A little swapsy-doodle here. Shuffling the guns, and there's the peek around, but exit is deleted on first base, and they know where the last is. This one should be done. Evil Geniuses should be finding a 9th, and Jota should be backing the heck away.
Oh my goodness. Walko with a 3K. I was already saying that it was trouble for EG with MIBR 4 players stacked up there. But what a performance by the Evil Geniuses. Solid utility usage, flashbangs, and smoke, creating chaos for MIBR, forcing BRN into a swing that he probably didn't want to do, but he had to, because that was the only play he had. He gets one, but that's the end of it. And after that, EG just roll on through to the site. You see the micro plays coming through from MIBR.JOTA, giving exit the A1S because he had more HP, a better chance at winning the engagements as Evil Geniuses come around the corner, but it didn't matter. Great shot coming around that corner by EG, and they pick up a 9th. 1 round away from getting to double digits, and this time MIBR is not going to force. This is an eco with an A1S saved over.
Some memories, perhaps, of Inferno. Where the comeback started. It got going. But you always had that specter in the back of your mind that one round was all that MIBR needed. And the attempted comebacks here. Quite a bit for EG. BRN ticks. And Evil Geniuses, they're going to hold at range here, John.
I mean, can't count MIBR out of this yet, of course, because they've won the 15th with a similar vibe, just the opposite of the M4, right?
True. Can't count any round as safe.
This time they're not gambling right, though.
Evil Genius is making the moves, taking some ramp control, recognizing that there's not that op, so they don't have to worry in the same way. Great flashbang. Stanislaw and Rush combining to find that mid control. You got to imagine they're very timid on the EG side as a result of that lost round. But this one should be all good.
Oh, Stan goes down. If I'm MIBR, I try to grab that gun. Oh, good reinforcement coming through from Rush. He makes sure that the gun is safe. Wouldn't surprise me to see him grab it and throw it behind him. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. So, all good for EG.
All good. BRN's just going to stand around and see if he can't get that last gun. Jota's going to save his rifle. An exit will play for what his name implies. Double digits found. 10 rounds on the board, but this next one will likely bring with it an MIBR investment. Are the ops going to be there? Maybe exit has enough. Not sure where the loss bonus is at this point. Don't think it's super built up. And indeed, no op will be available, just barely. So rifles will be the ticket here, John. MIBR, though, going to have a solid array of A1Ss. They have not made the change to the A4. Turtle, the only one on this map rocking it.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's the right decision to make the full change. Maybe 1 or 2 A4s can slip through, but the A1S is still proven to be quite good, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's situational. George, going to get caught from the pit player. Jota finds him trying to get in towards the dumpster, so it's an early advantage here for MIBR, and Evil Genius is put on notice early. Smoke on down. Oh, no, Walco. Completely unconfirmed damage that, but Walco is going to be walking with a hitch in his step for the rest of this round.
Don't have Henny on the op this time. Just on the A1S, but already finding the opening frag. I'm pretty sure that's not too big of a deal at this point for MIBR. Rush, going to toss the Molotov in towards mid. That will deny MIBR a chance to push up, but they weren't really posturing for it anyway. 3 players onto the B site here. 1 watching from CT towards A, and the other one at long A is Turtle. That means Cat is extremely open here, so if EG push from there, that could likely lead to a bomb plant without much of a fuss.
BRN's taking control in towards tunnels, though, so at what point do they get the tip off?
Walco's got the bomb, too. Oh, no.
Get spicy. He's a low HP player. Here's the timing. No one's watching for the tunnels push. There's the drop. There's the damage. Now BRN knows he just needs to back away. He's put the threat in their mind. He's found the damage. He's found the advantage. At least the bomb survives, but a desperate drop in towards CT. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock, John, and it's a 2v5. Disaster has struck for the evil geniuses. They've got no path through to this. This is looking like MIBR are the champions of season 43.
Wow, what a performance from MIBR. They followed up on their victory the last time they were in the grand finals when they were in season 40 up against Carpe Diem, this time against a similar squad, of course, now named EG Black, and they get the reverse sweep. Not a single map dropped. Honestly, Mike, it felt like EG were just off their game at the worst possible time here in these grand finals. They